you.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so I'm Deborah. I live in North Carolina, and we'll start our circle today with just setting the circle so we have sacred space. So welcome to sacred ground. And let's all ask that we're enclosed in the fivefold cocoon of protection, and that we have our guardian circle around all of us and where we are in this world. And just ask that all of our guides and teams of healers be with us today on our journey. Okay, so first I'm Deborah Mangus. I live in North Carolina, and we'll go around the circle and ask if you introduce yourself, where you are in the world, and if you have any concerns that you want brought in today. You can say you have like 5 personal concerns, 1 world concerns that can be put into the circle to be worked on by our teams. And if you have a thought or what do I want to say? A characteristic or something like beauty or truth or something that you want brought into the circle today that's on your mind. So I'll call on Angelique to start.
Thank you, Deborah. My name is Angelique Amaya Lupe, and I live in the Netherlands in Europe. And it's a beautiful day today, really, really hot. And tomorrow it's even hotter. So we have to work with fans now, and it's really strange for this part of the world, but it's totally hot. And I'm happy to be with you, and I look forward to your circle, Deborah. Really, I love to see you in a hosting position. And what I should like to share is that the quality for this circle, which I love to introduce today, is wonder, just wonder. And I love to place in the center 30 people, and 3 world situations and 2 personal situations. And I go to Norma Jean.
And Norma Jean, you'll have to unmute on your end. Same with all of us when it's our turn.
There we are. So thank you so much. It's so beautiful to have that sending from so far across the world. It gives me such a heartful memory of being there. I bring to our circle today a perpetuation of peacefulness, of harmony. There are many things being held that I would bring, all that are on my altar. Spirit knows what they are. I feel our holding of the peace, of the oneness, is our quality, bringing the wholeness. And I did not share with you where I am. I'm in Mount Vernon, about an hour north of Seattle in Washington State. And I'm so touched with the collaboration that we all are. I came on today seeing Sharon, your invitation, freshly so. And I was touched by Sharon showing up at my birthday celebration Saturday, representing all she is, bringing her message, that I'm moved to join with you, Sharon, in whatever way we can, and for Jim and I to visit you soon, if we find a time. So I'll leave it at that for now. And call on Sharon.
Thanks, Norma Jean. Sharon Raji Maynard here in Whidbey Island, of course. Beautiful sunny day, so hot that I'm glad I'm inside, which is kind of unusual. We've had such a lot of overcast. And what I'm holding for the circle today is a deep knowingness that we are each magnificent star beings. We are beyond what we even can comprehend, and that aspect of us in this group is the driver, is a
You're frozen,
Sharon?
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon, you froze up.
Amazing that she froze up right then, isn't it?
Sharon, you froze up after you were saying the
Okay.
deep knowingness of the star beings.
So that I'm holding that deep knowingness that we are energetically absolute creators beyond we understand. And in this moment, giving that driver, that us directive, we're going to outcome, every aspect of our life for ourselves, family, community, government, world, galactic, magnificent expressions of our divine good. And I pass to Angelique.
But I've been already. I love to be, but I've been
Angelique,
already.
I skipped that. How about we go to Arlie?
Hi, I'm Arlie. I'm in New Zealand. We are having a massive storm today, but we're in the middle of winter, so that can be expected. Notice my wrap. I would like to bring 15 people to the circle, special emphasis on my eldest daughter, my old sick cat who's doing so well since I've started bringing him in. 3 personal situations, 5 world situations. And the quality I would like to bring to the circle is close connection to guides, to each other, community, all of us together. And I will call on Alexandra.
We can't hear you yet, Alex.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there.
Okay, what about now?
Perfect.
Now we can hear you.
Well, I'm back in the circle here. I have been out of touch with Sharon for about a month now for various reasons, and I'm happy to say that my Zoom, this is the first Zoom meeting I'm on, and I think maybe we finally fixed my technology. So thank God for that. I just found out about this circle, so I'm not really prepared, but I want to bring connection and focus and healing into the circle. And there's just so many situations and people in my life, I can't even think about it. So, but I'm glad to be here again for a change. Okay. Has anybody
you,
not
Alex.
gone?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. You're good. Sharon, did you have a number of people or concerns that you wanted to bring in?
I just putting everybody in, Deborah.
Okay. And Norma Jean, did you have any number in particular? You're not, you're muted.
5 particular individuals and 7 situations.
So I'm Deb, and I was going to bring in 12 people. and I'm in Sanford, North Carolina. It's kind of the middle of the state. 12 people, 5 personal situations, and 3 world. And what I'd like to bring in as a quality is joy. So let me add these up. I haven't been adding as we went along, which I should have done. So 50. So we have 62 people, 18 personal concerns, 11 world concerns, everything, plus everything. And then we have the qualities of wonder, peace, peacefulness and harmony, and holding peace and wholeness for the world. We also have a deep knowingness of being the star being creatures that we are, and understanding that we can direct the outcome, and that we are magnificent, and ask that we can experience all of our divine goods. Also, a close connection to each other. It's really hard when you can't read your own writing, sorry. And connection and focus and healing and joy. So I'm really happy you all are here. I heard a thing yesterday on this woman who was, she was a singer-songwriter, and she had cancer and was dying, but she had written a song, I'm okay. And even though she was dying of cancer, she had written this wonderful song, and she said she wanted everyone to know that even in the midst of the hardest times, you can choose to be happy. And that was her message to the world. And so it's just sort of, even in the midst of all of whatever's going on for all of us, it's like we can choose to be happy and have joy even in the midst of it. So this circle, the Monday Visioning Circle, is set so that we can go spend time with our guides and focus on the vision for ourselves, whether it be personal, family, work, whatever it is that you're asking to help your guides guide you to help your vision become clearer for you to do whatever it is on your heart now. But we can also go around the circle and ask, we'll do popcorn style for people to say, what's on your heart now that you'd like to work on and share with everyone? So anybody want to volunteer to start? Angelique?
Yeah. I'd love to share that I just sent a beautiful song to Sharon for everyone. And it's a healing for the heart song. So I just sent it in before the circle. So would you please share that for everyone? Sharon.
I haven't received it here on my end, Angelique, so I'll watch for it. And
Okay, then
because we'll be
yeah.
together for a bit. Thanks. I'll watch.
Well, otherwise I will send it again
Yeah,
tonight.
just send it again, but yeah, I'm watching for it. Okay.
That's great. It's a song from the heart, and it's a beautiful song to open the heart and to for healing and for love. So that's what I'd like to share.
Could you
Thank you.
share it now? Could you sing it, Angelique?
No, I can't.
Oh,
No, not really. It's so
oh.
good. No, I mean maybe the next time, but not now. No, it's so, the one who sings it. I just received it 2 days ago, and I don't know it by heart. I don't know it by heart. I can only listen and cry, and that's what I do when I listen to it. Yeah, really.
Thanks. I'll watch for it.
Norma Jean.
Okay. So I have something to share. There is so much magnificence in the ocean, in your being. Waves are coming in, waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in you, in your loving, in your spirit. Waves are coming in, waves are coming in. And Arlie, especially to you in Aotearoa, waves are coming in, waves are coming in. The Maori are really strong with us here now. They are strongly with us in our world, in this time of change, in the big turn. They have the larger view. And Sharon and I'm just itching to get with Sharon to see how the collaboration of our mutual spirits are moving for shifting what is not of the light. Shift it. Shift it. Sharon's the one who taught me how. We can do it. We're doing it now. I call it out now. All that not of the light. I call it out. Go back where you came from. There is a place for you. You have no authority here whatsoever anymore. Call it out. Waves are coming in. Waves are coming in. Really, my dears, let it come in.
Thank you, Norma Jean.
And Deborah, if you'd like, there's the song is now here from Angelique. It's only a minute.
Oh, good.
It's long. It's long. We may do the beginning of it, Angelique, and then I will make sure everybody gets a link to it. Is that okay, Deborah? If we do it that way?
That's great. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. I confess I've been trying so hard to keep it all out. Keep it all out. So love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. I give up trying so hard to keep it all out. Keep it all out. So love, fill me, breathe me to pieces. Love, I pray that you break my heart so wide open that the whole world falls in. If I'm made for love, make me strong enough.
Thank you, Angelique. Well worth sharing, and I'll make sure that's shared. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Sharon. And I'm looking forward to hearing more of it. And I'll take a minute to say that Sharon shared with us over the last couple of weeks I don't know if I want to call it a tool or a method of the golden song that she was given from the ancient ones to help bring back the harmony, divine harmony into the world and divine uniqueness. So when we were on our trip to the mountains in our little RV this week, I asked the RV if it wanted to be a broadcaster of the golden song. And it said yes. And so I would keep reminding it on the way, and we'd do that. And then when we were coming back on Friday, we hit the place where I started talking to it about a couple miles down the road from where we first started. And the trees were so different, and I could feel it, and it was just such a different energy. And we came back a slightly different way, so I didn't go past all the ways we had come. And so when we hit there, it's like, oh, it's really been working. And the trees, and I asked it, and along the way that like the trees, if they wanted to become the broadcasters, that they could do it too, or, whatever was along the roadway, the telephone wires and things. So that was pretty fun. So thank you. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Go ahead.
This is Alexandra. I'm glad that I got this notice today because I have been so much in the world lately with family reunions and parties and construction or people here. And so I have not really taken time to do some of the exercises that I have from Sharon. And so this morning I actually kind of woke up depressed, thinking, well, I've got all this time on my hands, all the trips are over, the construction people are gone, and I wasn't creative. I didn't feel excited about writing or anything. And I had sent one of my friends a copy of an article from historian Heather Cox Richardson. And I'm sure I've shared some of these with Sharon and Deb, and she really has her pulse on the political situation more so than anybody. But for some reason, I sent it to someone who I knew used to be a Trump supporter, and I don't know why I did it. But when she sent me back the reply, it was very profound in the sense that she said, don't you understand that they're all the same? The Democrats, the Republicans, the controllers, she didn't use the word chauvinism or what, but she just said they're all the same. So do not focus on what they're doing out in the world. But she said, personally, I'm focusing on creating a vision and living my dream. And right now she's actually working with some teenagers in entrepreneurship, and she's spending her summer just working with people that don't know where they're going, don't know what to do with their lives, and she's being a guide. But it just really hit home for me that I get too caught up in the world out there instead of focusing on my inner world. And that's one reason I woke depressed, because I wasn't thinking about what I can give to the world. I was just kind of feeling overwhelmed by the world being in such a fucking mess and feeling almost hopeless. And my husband owns a restaurant that's really booming right now, but he's been hiring a lot of different people, some homeless, stuff like that. So I have really seen what's going on in the world through a lot of his employees. And, we found a really good employee last week. She had like 20 years experience in the restaurant business, and he hired her and she was great the first day. And then she never showed up again. And we found out last night she tried to commit suicide. And that's what's happening in the world out there. And my husband has really, he took in one homeless person 2 years ago. She has her own place. She's making $15 an hour, and he's really trying to help people. But we're seeing with the folks that he's hiring how much pain there is in the world and how they feel so hopeless, and how no matter how much money he pays them or how much he tries to encourage them, they feel this sense that they can never get ahead and they can never break through. So I've just been thinking a lot about that today. And instead of feeling sorry for myself and being depressed and worrying about Trump and what the others are doing, that I need to focus on how I can help others. So that's just kind of my lesson for today. So I am complete.
Thank you, Alex.
Um,
Anybody else before we journey? And Norma Jean, thank you for sharing your song. I really appreciated it. And I got goosebumps when you talked about the Maori being here. So again, since a couple people came in late, we'll reinforce our circle that we set at the beginning. I ask that we all surround ourselves by the fivefold cocoon of protection, and that we have our guardian circles in place. And Alex, I'll ask if you can put yourself on mute. Have our guardian circle in place. And this is the time that we get to journey with our guides. And ask your guides to support you in what steps for your vision, whether it be personal, professional, whatever is on your heart right now. And so come into that quiet place that's your place to go. Ask your guides to come forward, to lead you on the vision for you, for your future. And I'll call us back in 10 minutes. So I think we're all back. I'm not sure about Alex because I can't see her, but I can see her space. Would anybody like to share anything of their journey?
I'll begin. My journey was a continuation of one I started this morning, kind of that being aware of how divisive as souls in female bodysuits we have been trained to be for various reasons of survival, and going in to identify constructs, contracts, trauma, so that as we rise up, which we are, that there is the true connections are cleared, and cleared, so that the divisiveness is no longer there. And I think that will be an ongoing process for a time. And that's, I think, why I was brought back to do some more work on that particular area of life. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Sharon. Norma Jean.
Surprisingly, I was drawn to a home, a house, a land nearby here. I found it yesterday, a derelict land. I feel it as a potential home place for the One Earth family, for the furthering of our gathering, for the furthering of our bringing skills of living together with common human decency. And as I did that, the connection was physically with the larger galaxy. I don't have the language. I would just say Sirius B because I've been focused there with the Maori for so long, that it was a very solid connection up. And it reminds me to stay open on very practical, basic, grounded levels to receive messages. Thank you.
Thank you, Norma Jean. Angelique.
Yeah. I will read what I received. When I connect with my team, angels and personal guides, I find myself in a circle in the forest. It's a natural formed circle of light surrounded by huge pine trees and ferns. And this place is very familiar to me. I feel the presence of so many relations of the Mother Earth. And when I close my eyes, I hear the sound of the sacred waters rushing nearby, and they sing a water song, telling the great importance of connecting and taking care of every stream, lake, river, and ocean, and to listen and bring offerings as often as we can. They keep pulling my attention, and I promise to forward their message and to follow their requests. I still hear the water spirits sing their song of gratitude and to the mother. And I hear the stone people who live in the waters and around the waters telling and sharing their wisdom and stepping forward now to convince us how we can connect more and deeper and trust in the in the positive outcome for humanity. Trusting by stepping out of fear, anger, resentment, and indifference. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. I didn't go anywhere. I went to my spot and I was ready to go on a journey. And they said no. And they called in my parents who are in spirit at this point and other people. And it was a lesson in the difference between being alone and being independent. And independence is having knowledge, skills, materials, whatever, so that you're free from control and manipulation by others. But you don't have to be alone to do that. That, you know, you can be with people and be independent, but it's not about being alone. And one of the things about Sharon's work is always that you're never alone. Your spirit guides and teams are always there. And it's, you know, you're never doing anything alone. You're doing it with them. But even then it's beyond that to your spirit teams, but with others. And it's just a huge difference of togetherness, you know, it's sort of the connections and independence at the same time. That's sort of following on the theme of all of this and of Norma Jean's vision of how do we live together in harmony with people being independent, but, you know, sort of from mine, it's like, how do you be independent but together? And Angelique's, how do we come together and take care of every stream and stone person and all of that. So it's just sort of the reminding me of what everybody brought up at the beginning of connectionness and how do we preserve the whole. So that was mine. Anybody else?
At the beginning, you know, I asked my guides, what should I be doing? Which is really a dumb, ignorant question, but that's what I did. And I basically got the message, you know what you should be doing, and a whole bunch of pictures flashed through my mind. And I said, you know, my real concern is my daughter, and that's what I want to work on. For those who don't know, I have an extremely ill older daughter right now. Mental health issues as well as physical. And I was immediately shown that my sister, who is passed, who is, to put it mildly, or was rather, a totally fucked up mess, both mentally and in the things that happened to her in her life energetically and all that, was there with my daughter, holding her and helping her. And one of the things that had happened some weeks ago, I had been doing a healing and I surrogated in my sister and a bunch of others. And when she appeared and she hugged me and she said, thank you, thank you. Which was pretty unexpected. So here she is back and she's helping my sister. So that's what I saw today. I mean, helping my daughter. So that's what I saw today. And I'm done.
Thank you.
And I just interject here too, because Sue, who is the host for our Thursday morning healing circle, and has asked that we do anyone who wants to be with her and Arlie, and I'm sure it's in relationship to your daughter, on the 20th, which is a Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. Is it 2 o'clock Pacific time? I think. That we're going to use that, and again, when we do work this will be through Arlie through Arlie's daughter for sure. And yes, 2 p.m. Pacific time, April 20th. If you want to be with us in that specific call, and we'll be focusing on Arlie's daughter, what we get around that from our multiple skills, and as with all of our work, surrogating into that mental health community, which is so extensively in need of a deep spiritual healing. So I hope that's okay to use the circle for that.
And
Yeah,
it's
I should,
July 20th.
July
go-
20th at 2
yeah.
p.m. Mhm.
I'm not able
Same
to be there, but I will be there in spirit. I will connect with you. I wrote it in my agenda. So I'm in France and I will be somewhere in spirit flying around you.
Norma Jean said, I must go. I trust the beauty and potency of our completion today. Much, much love to all. Norma Jean. And Alex, did you want to say what you wrote in the text? You want to speak personally? But you have to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me now? I think you need to unmute me, Deb.
No, you're unmuted. You're good.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, anyway, my husband has been working very long hours and he decided to come home a little early and bring me lunch. And so I had a choice and I ate. And now he's taking a nap. And then we're going to sit by the pond like old married folks. So,
Lovely.
but I'm glad I came today.
We are too. We're glad you have your internet back, or
Yes.
finally have internet fully.
You know what they did? You know, I had complained. I've been out here almost 20 years and I've been unhappy for 20 years. This is a little technology story. They came out here the other day and the guy had tried everything. So he went through our house. We have about 8 jacks because the telephone company guy built this house. He disconnected every jack in the house, no service. And then he put a brand new jack in my office, my new office overlooking the pond. So now it works for the first time. So he had to get rid of all the old jacks. So I'm saying that because that's kind of a message, a metaphor. He got rid of all the old cords and wiring and stuff and installed new technology.
Exactly what Sharon's been
I
teaching us
love
how to
it.
do.
Mhm.
So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. It feels like we started out with the wonderful songs from Angelique's song and Norma Jean's song. And we also have the golden song that we can use from Sharon anytime and always. And interconnectionness. And the songs are, about bringing divine harmony and love back in and healing. And so we don't underestimate that. Sharon.
I just wanted to make a note. I'm doing a lot of TikTok little mini videos, and I don't know if you can see my pouch. And on the pouch is a beaded dragonfly. And I have permission for that from that dragonfly. That dragonfly is holding the vibrations for the song. So every video I make is broadcasting the golden song into the video and then into whoever watches the video. So just an idea, what is a symbol maybe that you could use that, that would be a constant holder of the broadcasting when you don't have to think about it. Just wanted to share that.
And I think that's anything. It can be my RV, it can be trees, it can be stone people, it can be dragonflies, it can be our house. I've asked my house if it would do that, and it said yes. So it's sending it out into the community. So It's only limited by our imaginations and how much we listen to spirit for input. So, yeah. So thank you all for joining us today. Is anything else before we go? I just want to thank everyone for joining us. It's very, very lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb.
I'll see you.
I'll send the PDF of the Golden Song with the group, Alex. Thank you. Bye,
Thanks.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Deborah. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.